With the release of the new Jurassic World movie, Jurassic World Rebirth, I thought now would be the perfect time to go back and play one of my favorite LEGO games of all time, LEGO Jurassic World. Now, although its name is LEGO Jurassic World, this game contains the full story and open world for Jurassic Park 1, 2, 3, and Jurassic World being sort of the main hub. And with 50 total trophies requiring 2 playthroughs of the story, this platinum isn't hard by any means, but it is a platinum that requires you to 100% the game. So to make this as easy as possible, we're going to break this game up into multiple sections, starting with the first playthrough of the story, so we can unlock all the characters and free play for the next go around. Anyways, we start off in the prologue where we learn the basics of the game and a few different characters and how to use their abilities moving forward. And once we complete the prologue, we get our first of 21 story related trophies, which are all very simple, so we're going to speed through those pretty quick. Then we have a choice to start with Jurassic Park and do the story in movie order, but I chose to start with Jurassic World first because I remember it being the most fun to play. So starting off, the first mission is Chris Pratt. We are tracking down a loose pig when we get stuck in the Velociraptor area. Here we use one of Owen's abilities to unlock the Remember to Wash Your Hands trophy for rummaging through a pile of droppings. Then as we're on our way to safety, we encounter the massive Indominus Rex.
Hi.
Where we use another one of Owen's abilities to sneak past the dinosaur and unlock the Do You Think He Saw Us trophy. And right after that, we collect our first of 20 amber bricks in the game as well. But luckily, Owen escapes the danger and we get the Bingo Dino DNA trophy for collecting our first amber brick, and the park is open for completing the level. Next, the Indominus Rex targets Zach and Gray Mitchell while riding the gyrospheres, causing the kids to lose control and go off-road. But luckily, an Ankylosaurus intervenes, and we end up knocking the Indominus Rex out, unlocking the full Jurassic World experience trophy. Then, the boys find themselves in a parking garage looking for a car to use as an escape route, and here's where we come across our first sick dinosaur that we have to heal, unlocking the Helping Hand trophy. So we find all 3 pieces of food, helping the compy and escaping in the car. And as we switch back to Owen and Claire, who are now being chased by the Indominus Rex, we do some parkour and narrowly escape the monster once again, unlocking the Are You Following the Dinosaur trophy. Now we find ourselves at the second to last mission of Jurassic World, and this is where all hell breaks loose. Because in an attempt to take out the escaped Indominus Rex, the helicopter gunners blast open the other dinosaur enclosures, followed up by a crash landing that lets every dinosaur loose. But with a series of goofy distractions, we put an end to the chaos and switch over to Owen Grady to find the Velociraptors are wreaking havoc on all of the InGen mercs. So we rescue them and escape safely as a group, unlocking the A New Alpha trophy. And this leads us to the finale of Jurassic World, where we finally face off against the Indominus Rex in an epic boss fight style battle. So we start as the Velociraptors taking all of its health down, then out of nowhere the T-Rex comes in and dominates it all the way to the edge of the island, where the Mosasaurus leaps from the water and putting an end to the Indominus Rex. And this unlocks We Need More Teeth and concludes the Jurassic World story. Then immediately after that, we play a bonus level where we unlock the Something Has Survived trophy for obtaining True Survivor in any level. Next, we go on to start the Jurassic Park storyline, which of course opens up with the iconic scene, but in Lego form this time. But as we feed the dinosaurs a cow and do some destruction with the Triceratops, which was pretty fun, we finish up the first mission unlocking the Calm Before the Storm trophy. Then we have the iconic T-Rex attack, saving Lex Murphy under the car. Help! Ian running in the flare, and the lawyer getting eaten on the toilet. But Alan and Lex escape, saving Timmy from the car in a tree and driving away, unlocking the Objects in the Mirror trophy. Next level starts with the Gallimimus chase, leading to Ellie and Robert restoring the power, then being tracked into the woods by the Velociraptor, where Ellie escapes, but Robert unfortunately does not make it out. And that gives us the We're Being Hunted trophy. Then we get to play the infamous kitchen scene where Lex and Timmy use a series of distractions to escape the raptors.
Hello there.
Leading us to turn on the power to get all security systems back up and running. And as everybody gets trapped in the main hall by a group of raptors, the T-Rex comes to our assistance in an epic fashion, allowing us to escape and unlock the Decide to Not Endorse Your Park trophy, and finishing the story for Jurassic Park. Next, we move into Jurassic Park The Lost World, or just Jurassic Park 2, and we're sent to Isla Sorna, and upon arrival, gear up the trucks and supplies onto a ship and make our way to the island. Now we find the missing Sarah as she spooks a pack of wild stegosauruses, unlocking the That's How It All Starts trophy. Then we go on to rescue a few dinosaurs and also rescue our guy Ian Malcolm, who nearly falls to his death, which unlocks a Mommy's Very Hungry trophy. Next, we move into the long grass after being chased by the T-Rex to rescue some guards from the angry raptors, unlocking the Don't Go Into the Long Grass trophy. Then, once again, we have a full mission on being on the run from Velociraptors, but this time escaping in a helicopter for What About the Others. Now, for the final mission of Jurassic Park 2, the ship carrying the T-Rex crashes into the dock, where InGen is holding their conference and causes the T-Rex to escape once again, but at least we get a Jaws reference out of the situation. And the mission ends with Peter Ludlow being attacked by the baby T-Rex, giving us the Just Follow the Screams trophy. Finally, we're into the last movie, Jurassic Park 3, where we're on the search for Eric Kirby and his friend Ben, when we crash land the plane and encounter the Spinosaurus for the first time, and this unlocks not on InGen's list. So we continue the hunt for the kids, and in the process, we get an epic T-Rex versus Spinosaurus fight, then unlock the parachute for Billy Brennan, making him one of the most useful characters in the entire game. And finishing the mission, we come across a field of dinosaur eggs and unlock the Nobody Move a Muscle trophy. Next, we make our way through the sick and twisted breeding facility where we get chased out by a raptor and eventually trap it in between cages and escape, unlocking Is This How You Make Dinosaurs? Then we randomly unlock Reason to Fear Man for defeating 50 compy goons. And quickly, we're back to the story where we play with another one of my favorite characters, Disguised Eric Kirby, who we use to sneak by dinosaurs and throw gas bombs on group of compies to clear items. And making our way to the end of the level, we reunite Eric with his parents, giving us the family reunion trophy. And finally here, we have the last story mission in the entire game, and probably my favorite mission as a whole. Here, as we're all on the run from the Spinosaurus, Eric gets kidnapped by a Pteranodon, but Billy Brennan's cool ass turns into Tom Cruise and rescues Eric while parachuting, and leading us to the final boss fight against the massive Spinosaurus. And with pretty stunning visuals for a Lego game, we end up defeating the dinosaur with explosive barrels, bringing everybody to safety and unlocking the Going Home trophy. And ultimately, the 65 million bricks in the making trophy for finally beating all story levels in the game. And now it's time to go back for another playthrough, but in free play this time, so we can clean up all mini kits, amber bricks, and achieve true survivor status on every level that wasn't obtainable before. But real quick before that, we unlock 2 trophies for placing a dinosaur on a paddock and using 2 raptors at the same time in free play. And before we start this next playthrough, we need to unlock a couple things that are going to make this journey 1,000 times easier. So first, we make a custom Velociraptor with a T-Rex head to use both Velociraptor and T-Rex abilities, which unlocks Went and Made a New Dinosaur. Then we use our new dinosaur to unlock and equip the Attract Studs red brick, giving us the concept of attraction trophy, and is also just going to be a huge help in achieving true survivor on all levels. Then we go back to the story real quick and collect all 10 mini kits on a level, giving us the We're Out of a Job trophy. Next, we go back and get the amber brick to unlock the Dilophosaurus, which is one of the most useful dinosaurs in the game, and we put him to use right away, as you can see here. Then we quickly get another character-based trophy, trying to use the hacker terminal as Alan Grant. And finally, we collect our final stud multiplier red brick, making our next trophy spared no expense, super easy to get as we rack up millions of studs every second now. From there, we knock off another long grind with collecting this last amber brick, giving us the legacy of John Hammond for collecting all 20 amber bricks in the game. Now, for whatever reason, the footage got corrupt for these next 3 trophies, but luckily PlayStation saves clips. So first, we get Survival Expert for achieving true survivor on all levels. Then Don't You Mean Extinct for collecting all 200 mini kits in the game. And then Hello John for just setting both free play characters as a version of John Hammond. Now at this point, with not very many trophies left, we decide to target 2 more easy character-based trophies with Building Blocks of Life for building an object with Mr. DNA, and the Human Piece of Toast for giving Timmy a shock. So now I decided to pursue 2 trophies that are a bit of a grind, and the first here is Must Go Faster, which requires us to complete all 20 races in the game. And some of these were oddly tough, but we eventually just got it done. And for the second one, we rescue all workers in peril, giving us the Send the Helicopters trophy. Now at this point, we have 8 trophies left, including the Platinum, with most being simple, but I'm definitely dreading the 274 gold bricks to achieve 100% completion. So to start the final stretch here, we tackle one of the most difficult trophies in the game, Clever Goal. Then we have to hit another character with a can of soda using Dennis Nedry, which was another oddly difficult trophy. Next, we heal our last sick dinosaur for What Lysine Contingency. Then hit another big milestone, collecting all 20 red bricks in the game and all 20 photograph spots in the game, leaving 1 easy trophy left. And then it's time for the 100% completion. And the easy trophy is just create a custom character, so we knock that out of the way very quickly. Now, finally, we are 1 trophy away from the platinum, being the 100% goal. In collecting that last group of gold bricks, we head to the last gold brick location in the Mosasaurus area, which ended up being a pain in the to get. But after the struggle, we collect the brick, giving us the next time it'll be flawless, and finally the platinum trophy for completing Lego Jurassic World. Now in review, I will say the story of the game is and always will be a great time, but with it being a platinum that requires you to 100% the game, it does start to get very tedious and boring, but every Lego game is the same way, and I plan to do plenty more in the future.